Rust and Ruin. Thaf is ready to guide you to Twine, where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. Look at that, he's right. It's even in the fucking picture.
If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though, you haven't seen another fella around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now.
I may have kicked his ass.
You think he'll be alright? That, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit.
I'll have a look, just in case. You go on ahead, Thaf.
Alright, looks like it'll just be you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard.
Alright. My bad. Sorry.
Damn, that's smart. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Naught to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your overeager companions in the right direction and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account.
Yeah, that's fair. It's gonna be walk along the path.
Wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something all right. Run!
Oh.
And I run.
I run so far away. Okay, got it.
Yep.
I was like, why can't I think of the rhythm? Gotta save you from some vultures. Oh my god, they're in the same animation. Oh, nope, they changed it up now.
Do you remember what the trolley problem is? Do you know what the trolley is?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, they died at the same time. Perfect.
Sorry about that. I admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident.
Okay.
This is it. Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those labourers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now, there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man.
Okay. Magnus. Hey, buddy. Oh. Someone's a little drunk.
Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you? Oh, wicked white, if you're gonna bother me, at least have the damned courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach the Batharang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you say? What? There's nothing in the Batharang, not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up.
No, we must reach Nabatharang. I must.
So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. Yes. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabathamrang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside.
Gotta love people who are depressed and drunk at the same time. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right, but I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. Aww. I'm so sad. On track, Minfilia remains adrift in the turbulent sea of thought. Oh, I'm sorry. I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us. But perhaps we should ask the other residents? They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything.
Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger. It's about choice, and I've had years to decide where I stand. Minfilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her.
That is the most mature thing I have ever heard come out of Thancred's mouth.
So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries.
I actually adore what he just said. That is what a parent should do. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? Ah, I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him into action where our interest has not. But I suppose that was foolish of me. I'm sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here, if you like. You could give it a stroke or two. Excuse me. It has some very smooth wood. Did we have to phrase it that way? You mean to say you're not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus is Magnus? I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. Oh, okay. Open the toolbox next to him.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I think you've just to be near him and use the item.
Oh. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant. Now, if you could hand me what I need as I work, that would be a help. In this case, well, this bolt is loose, for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. I get to
you need
choose.
to decide. Amazing. I was going to say, like, in another kind of game, this would be a rhythm minigame.
Oh, no, I hate that.
Were you after
Hit it right.
Yeah.
A vicious-looking saw is probably not right, nor a ragged cloth, so probably a mid-sized wrench? It would probably just make me go down the list until I get the right one anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you. This one will do nicely. Now give me one moment and... There. I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track.
I will say, I don't remember if any of them are, like, tricky or, like, mean.
I don't remember either.
I kind of want you to just make your best decision on your own.
My best guess. Okay. Yeah. Oh, again. You set down the toolbox, the muscles of your arms enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. You're quite handy to have around, you know. As to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're going to do this, we might as well do it properly. And if, by some miracle, the night turns, as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. You know, Bulky saw a heavy hammer, or a rough file. Probably a rough file? I would have said sandpaper, but okay. Yes, a wood file's perfect. Let me even this out. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here for a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the Hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Nabath Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Nabath brought the Mistral engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills. And wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right back up again. I added some words there. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistal. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks of Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yulmore. And now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed. And there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited for confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Sure, I can fight some things. Oh, desert vulture. Oh.
Ooh, I wonder what flavor it is.
Desert, not dessert. I have one more Gissel Green.
Oh my god.
Stressful.
Okay, who's online in the FC?
No.
And has access to this area?
I'll buy my own.
I'll repay you for Gisselbrings.
Oh my god, no. Because I had to sand the shit out of my table.
Sure you are.
I'm running. No, quick! It's fine. I literally have 2.3 mil.
Yeah, and?
I can afford it.
Yeah, it's not about that.
Last one.
Honestly, given how much random grinding and stuff Quinn's done, it wouldn't surprise me if Quinn was richer.
I mean, I also gave myself a fuck ton of gil. Well, I think a mil. Though I did have to spend a lot of it on leveling Crafter, but I had to buy the materials. Alright. Oh, Jarek's all the way the fuck back here. Thank you. That should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talos are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised there. My first word was trolley, damn it. But those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real, proper trolley engineer. And perhaps he would never have left in the first place, if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Amarang is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help in the end. The Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said it, that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again. So in his memory, they returned to Twine, started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. The fuck is that noise? Wicked white vultures? Are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. That was a noise I heard. Oh my god, Quinn. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do you much good without the Talos, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different, but, well, here we are. Well, plus quest. I'll get that in a second. Down for maintenance. Despite his better judgment, Jarek is considering throwing you a bone. Not that it'll... Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Not that it'll do you any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you'd like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. Okay. What? There was no... Whatever.
Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us, 'tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed. Were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. 'Twill likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of aether.
Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you. But what exactly do you reckon is the problem?
I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. As I did suspect from the first, it is host to a network of veins through which aether floweth freely. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures which now impede said flow.
How in the hells did you get all that from just a glance? I take it you've thought up a solution as well, then?
To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conductive to aether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require? Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Not far beyond the walls of Twine dwelleth a creature of living stone, the Debitage. Full sure am I that stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs.
Okay.
Very good. I shall have Thancred and Minfilia attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of aether in the Talos, and thus would I ask you provide 3 stones of the Debitage. All else will be made ready upon thy return.
Aww, he's so excited. Jerk's like, fuck yeah!
That enemy is very close to you.
Yeah, I need to kill it.
Yeah, I was just concerned that while you were busy it was gonna aggro.
No, it's fine. I'm just eating some nums.
Yeah.
Season 1 trailer for Hazbin Hotel. I haven't even seen anything of Hazbin Hotel other than fan art. I still would like to. The art looks really cool. Hell yeah. And he killed 3 of them. Luckily, I can pronounce his name. Otherwise, I would nickname him Debbie, just like Debilitus. Ah. Because me and my friend growing up as a kid, hi Don, had no idea how to pronounce Debilitus in Haunting Grounds, so we just nicknamed him Debbie. We were like 13, leave us alone. Even though he says Debilitus once in the game, by that point, it was too late. His nickname was Debbie. Debbie doesn't say Debilitus. The, like, guy who is in control of him, or master of him. All right, let's go to the plus quest over here.
Thancred and Minfilia will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the Debitage?
Yes. Here's some fragments.
Fine specimens, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Minfilia's return.
Okay. What they up to?
5 hours later.
Yeah.
From end to end, the paths by which aether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They but require a sufficient endowment. It's not moving.
Very observant.
Strange. The core refuses to stir. I don't want to say that, sorry. Strange. The core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. As a heart driveth blood through a man's veins, so doth the core aether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored.
So it was the heart after all.
Thou didst foresee this outcome?
Well, no, not exactly. We'd never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another, in case things turned out as they are now, but... Jarek? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jarek. If something went wrong, maybe we can help. All right, all right. After all you lot have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. Oh, okay, it'll be a different quest, I guess.
What was the emo response he did there where he was just like, ah? Like, he turned around and was shocked that we were standing there.
I think he was shocked we were all looking to him. Like, I don't know. The truth hurts. Jarek may come to regret his next decision. Right then, the Talos, their hearts, cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of the Talos bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry. But you'll have to hear it from Thaf or someone else. Oh, okay, bye.
Back to the tavern, then.
Okay.
Let's get shit-faced.
Yeah.
Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? God damn it, Jarek. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing how you've made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think he may be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Oh, okay.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was.
I was not expecting voice acting. It scared me.
When the golem hearts started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more.
I would also argue Finder's voice very fucking close.
Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body.
I knew this was gonna be fucking sad.
Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabath Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Not in exchange for you. I'm not crying, you're crying.
Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Thaf, knowest thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you near all of the veins were tapped dry years ago. Though, I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something at Nuvi's leavings. It was opened well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthjon and tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Kat, I think it best Thancred join thee in this search. Though he wouldst be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. It would be unwise to ignore his distress.
Aww, Arianche looking out for his bae.
Off to somewhere, are you? At last, a lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way.
Oh, okay. Ooh, another plus. Da. A convenient distraction. Thancred is tired of waiting around.
I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nuvi's leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going.
Da, 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 da.
The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving, though we should probably hear what Guthjon has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is.
Alright. Oh. Who are you? And what are you doing in here? Well, you should have listened to Thaf. You're wasting your time.
But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left.
I should explain. The stone you're looking for is Leonin, and the Talos in the Hills of Amber are powered using them. Or they were, at least. Anyway, what's ever left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off.
Then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leonine that may have been overlooked.
I suppose there may be one other way.
Well, don't leave us in suspense.
What you're asking for is a trade secret. I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange.
Oh, fine. What do you want?
The other day I found a Vobert gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Vobert gold piece. And wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it and I'll tell you what you want to know.
You drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Kat. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along.
Okay.
As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these, sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in and I handle this area here? I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effect wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry.
Oh no, it's timed? It is. Shit. Okay. Let me go find it.
You have 3 minutes, I think, based on the buff.
I do. Dark Shadow. Okay. Gonna go. Good luck studying, Lisa. You got this. Toad's got this.
Bye, Lisa.
You search the shadows to find
Good
nothing.
luck.
Perhaps a gold piece is elsewhere. You search the shadows, but find nothing. Perhaps it's elsewhere. Oh, I'm going.
Yeah, you've got loads of time.
You search the as you search the shadows, the glint catches your eye. You turn over a rock and find Vobert gold piece. Let's go! I did it.
I was hoping you dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side.
It's okay.
Or maybe she is. Yours at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company.
I couldn't have done without your sun drops. That's true.
So you say, but you have a proven knack for success regardless of circumstances. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted. I only managed to survive the Korthon wilderness in the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits which endeared me to Louis Soir, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is.
Oh.
Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now let's hurry and see that return to Guthjon. The sooner we get back to Urianger and Minfilia, the better.
Alright. Got this for you, bro. You're back. What does that mean? Or wait. I read that. Funny. Wait. Does that mean... Here's money. I'll be damned. You actually found it. Well, a deal's a deal. But don't think this means you'll find what you're after. A dirty job, but someone has to do it. Luckily for you, Guthjon is a man of his word. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Where are we going? Okay, outside. Fine. Oh. My retinas. Why is it so bright? Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But you're not come to hear my grievances. Oh my god. But you've not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leonin. First, I have to ask. You ever heard of rockworms?
Rockworms? I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers.
What? Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. And on occasion, they come back with something valuable.
They dig up Leonine in the mines?
It's a rare occurrence, but yes. That said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes.
Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide, so how can we draw out these rockworms?
Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here, and I'll have a look.
We should split up if we're to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them.
Alright, let's go find some Leonine. I like how you say Leonine. I was saying it like a name, and you're saying it more like a mineral, and I think that's more accurate. Pile of supplies. Knockers where? That's what I was saying. I'm confused. That was my first thought. Brevis. Smoke bomb. Oh. I didn't really think there'd be a possibility of nothing. Alright, smoke bomb. Second one. Also no enemies. Okay. Here's a smoke bomb. The air in the mines grows thick with smoke. Nearby you hear a soft rumbling of stones. Rubble. Oh, I have to do that everywhere? Inspect the rubble and slay any knockers. Oh, they're goblins. That acquire glittering rocks. Okay. They're so tiny! They're adorable! Oh. There's another one. I'm just a little healer. So you don't mind
tiny knockers?
No. Tiny knockers are fine and perfect. 1 of 7? What the fuck? Okay, Rubble. Let's fight some more of you, I guess. That's res. Nobody can see I did that. It's fine. Who kills each other first? There it is. I think they're squimpshy. Alright, that's done. This is extra tedious. Alright. Why is there only one? I'm shook. Oh. Oh. I thought I completed it, but that was just the bosom buddies.
Really?
Oh, okay. Huh?
Bosom buddies.
Bosom buddies. Wow, that's out of view. If you're not zoomed out. Oh my god, there's 3. Fuck off. Oh, I'm not gonna win that one. I did! Haha! Fuck you! Wait. Yep. Debating if there'd be another one. Yeah. And there's one over there. Giggity. Rubble. Da-na-da. Just one. Okay. And then there'll be one more. There it is. Ishola's using Aether like a radar and it taxes her life force. Matoya mentioned she's shortening her lifespan by doing it. Oh, I didn't know she was doing that. That's really sad, actually. So that means we got 2 more places to look. This one and one other. Da, 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 da. Haha! I'm a boss at screenshotting. Fuck you. Yeah! Last one! Shola's like Toph, but with Aether instead of earthbending. Yeah, and it's killing her. Alright.
Triple knockers, just like Total Recall.
Oh. I know what you're talking about, I think. Alright. This is just tedious for tedious sake. What is the point of doing this many things to inspect with this many enemies every time? Oh shit. There you are. Find anything promising? That's a great question. Between the 2 of you, I'd say you've got quite the haul. Best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take some time for me to sift through all this. Oh, okay.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner. After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
Can't imagine she thought too highly of you back then. Not your finest hour, to say the least. I'll say that one. Sure.
Far from it, and Flamine has never let me live it down. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now, I have another chance to do things right, and I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this!
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry again.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
I cannot wait to give this to him. Ah! 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 How dare... Transition did not want to transition. It just said, pop, we're here. Have a heart. Guthjon is still reeling from your miraculous find. I wouldn't believe it if I had not seen it for myself. Before you set it in the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years, he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Guthjon, for all your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. Let's go! Did you take notes? Nah. I can't copy Finder's voice for Magnus, but yeah, give him a deep voice. Oh. What? Oh, it's you. You've come to complain about the trolley. You'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run, and you won't listen. Oh, but it will. Now that we have this. I pressed it. Thank you. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus. From Agna. No. No, she couldn't have. Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will. Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but... I said take it. It was you who found it. You who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please, just leave me be. I hope you'll be there when the Talos turns to life. I'm sure she'd want you to see it. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Urianger? Magnus! Urianger, I have something. Thou art returned, and with Leonine, it would seem. As promised, the Talos hath been made ready to receive its heart. Thanks in no small part to Jarek, Thaf, and Menphilia. At least we shall return time to the Timeless, the Sentinel of Stone. that we may press on towards Nabathrang. Here you go. Very good. Now let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
It lives! Oh, Jarek!
It's working! It's working! Magnus!
You left me for this? This wretched heap of stone and rubble?
Buddy.
This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't. I can't.
Manfilia?
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes.
No.
I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
He doesn't.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell overlong on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice, and thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Go to her.
Not today.
God damn it, Thancred. Meanwhile, in the Crystarium...
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers will agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Allag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of the sacrifice of brave heroes who gave their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
Interesting conversations. Hot damn. Also, Minfilia. Someone give Minfilia a hug. Mine apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss. I know I was overlistening. Overhearing. Which bringeth me to the question, how didst thou find Thancred during your search? He spoke of Minfilia, of his own accord. I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to approach the subject before. Mine intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. I regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and Nabath Orang await. Let's go! Where am I going?